Yo, it's your boy Luap coming back at it again with another video. In this video, I will recap and review Pokemon Journeys episode 98, Pokemon Circus, Flareon and Jolteon, as well as give my predictions for episode 99, Marnie of Spikemouth. If you guys enjoy episode reviews as well as recaps each and every week, then I highly suggest you hit the like button and subscribe, as it truly helps support the channel. Before we begin with today's video, I just want to plug the video that I uploaded on Monday, which is honestly one of my best edited videos, and in general is just a fun video that I think you'd enjoy. But with all that being said, let's begin by recapping the events of episode 98. The episode begins with Ash and Go waiting for Chloe outside the Pokemon Circus, and can I just say how Grookey and Pikachu look so adorable as they cuddle together. Chloe and EEVEE soon arrive and the gang go inside the Pokemon Circus. They won a raffle to be featured as guest performers in the circus. As soon as they enter, their attention is immediately caught by a woman and a man practicing their acrobatic performances. Ash and Go look amazed and terrified at the same time, but EEVEE's eyes are filled with pure excitement at the sight of people and Pokemon doing some exhilarating performances. After rolling the opening credits, we are greeted by this very familiar guy who looks like the leader in the Golurk episode and the curator in the Aerodactyl episode, but instead he claims to be the Zacho, or the leader of the circus troupe. Chloe then introduces herself and asks Zacho-san about the poster that advertises a circus event that they're supposed to practice. Soon after, the two circus performers from earlier approach them and introduce themselves. The woman is named Honoka and she specializes in fire types, while the man is named Billy and he specializes in electric types. Turns out that they're actually rivals and start arguing on which type is better. Honoka and Billy show off their evolutionary stones and say that they plan to evolve their EEVEE into Flareon and Jolteon respectively. But as soon as they're about to evolve their EEVEE, the stones slip, causing the stones to swap, with Honoka's EEVEE evolving into Jolteon and Billy's EEVEE evolving into Flareon instead. Of course, everyone is in utter shock by what happened. Imagine waiting all this time to evolve your partner Pokemon to your favorite type, only for it to evolve into the wrong type by accident. I would be completely frustrated as well. They start blaming each other and try giving their now evolved evolutions another one of the stones, but obviously they don't work. They started crying and throwing tantrums as they're worried that their performances will now be ruined, but Zacho-san suggests that they switch their EEVEE partners, with Honoka taking Flareon and Billy taking Jolteon. Everyone is initially against the idea, especially Ash, but Honoka and Billy had to do it for the sake of their performances. Outside, we see Ash and Go practicing their circus performances along with Pikachu and Grookey, and they're really cute doing it. And oh my god, was that branch poke? Guys, Grookey finally used the move. But then Chloe overhears Honoka yelling at Flareon for not being able to pull off their performances correctly, and at the same time, the same thing is happening for Billy and Jolteon. The evolutions are not in sync with their new trainers. The next day, as Honoka and Billy practice their circus tricks, the original partners return to them, asking if they could still join their performances despite being a different type. They both ask Zacho-san for advice, and he tells them to try performing with their original Pokemon. They start performing, but the new combinations just don't sit well with their styles. Honoka and Billy leave Jolteon and Flareon in the circus for the time being, but the evolutions have a plan of their own. Chloe's EEVEE follows them, and they witness the two working together to practice their own performances. EEVEE joins the fun and uses Copycat on both the fire and electric type attacks. As Honoka and Billy are discussing the dilemma they're facing, Chloe calls them and asks them to check something outside. We then get to see a great performance by Flareon, Jolteon, and EEVEE with the help of Ash and Go. They have an amazing chemistry together, so Chloe tells them that they look awesome if they try to perform together on stage instead. Honoka and Billy decide to settle their differences and make a deal to perform together for the sake of their evolutions. Next day is the performance show, and it's cool to see that Professor Cerise, Chris, and Ren are there to watch the performance. Starting off, it's Ash and Go with Pikachu and Grookey. They played with a yo-yo and a baton, with Pikachu using Thunderbolt and Grookey using Branch Poke to add some more shine to the spectacle. The next performers are Chloe, Billy, and Honoka, along with the EEVEE trio. Jolteon and Flareon light the swings up with their own moves, and EEVEE uses Copycat on them with the help of Honoka and Billy's other Pokemon. They create a splendid fireworks display. After the performances, Honoka and Billy thank Chloe for all her support, and they gifted her with a Firestone and a Thunderstone. The episode closes with EEVEE ignoring the stones and leaping into the arms of Chloe. What a cute way to end the episode. My rating for this episode is a 6 out of 10. Far from a bad filler episode, it was rather enjoyable. I will say filler because I know you guys love it when I call it that. The best part of this episode was of course Grookey. Now I'm just kidding, but to me he really made the episode a lot more enjoyable because of how cute he was in this one. A lot of people speculated that he'd be the one that caused the misevolution of the EEVEEs, but my good boy would never do that. I mean, look how dapper he looks in a tie. Grookey also managed to finally use a move on screen, that being Branch Poke. Grookey's such a king in fact that he's always riding on Pikachu like a boss. Of course, the focus of this episode was EEVEE and Chloe finally meeting their second to last evolutions for their journey, this time being another pair, Flareon and Jolteon. While Chloe was excellent in this episode, the episode much more focused on the character of the days, Honoka and Billy, and it was okay because they were a great dynamic. We also got the circus leader being a running gag character, which I completely adore. Their evolution on screen to Jolteon and Flareon gave me Ursula vibes, but it was just one evolution off. I thought this episode was going to be much more boring, but I found myself enjoying the cute moments that it brought. I for one wish that this episode would have done a better job of focusing on Chloe and EEVEE meeting and really learning about Jolteon and Flareon a bit more, but with most of the Chloe/EEVEE episodes, this takes a back burner for whatever other plot they are forcing the evolutions to be in. This one really should have been a contest themed episode, as that also shows Chloe that experience firsthand rather than experiencing it secondhand from Dawn. With Chloe having received both evolutionary stones, after they meet a Sylveon, we have to see a display of all the tokens that they received from all the evolution trainers. It'd also be cool and unexpected if EEVEE actually went and evolved into something, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Those are my thoughts on this episode, but hopefully you let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Now let's take a look at the preview trailer and do my predictions for episode 99. The trailer begins with Ash saying that his next World Coronation Series battle is taking place in the Galar region, and we already know who it's against. The opening shot has Ash and Go and Spikemouth meeting Piers for the first time. We see that Rillaboom, Obstagoon, and both Toxtricity forms are present, so it's nice to see the band. We get really amazing shots of both Ash and Marnie in their battle, and it looks really well animated. It seems that they're going to have a one-on-one battle with them going at it for a while before Grimmsnarl or Gigantamaxes. Obviously, I'm sure that Gengar will follow suit on Gmax as well, as that only makes sense. I asked you guys on Twitter who do you think will win, and who do you want to win, and the result for both were Ash. Now for my prediction. While I don't want Ash to win, I just don't want Marnie to win either. Ash has had tough battles in the Ultra class, but he hasn't lost yet, and in fact he hasn't lost in a while. However, I just don't want him to lose to Marnie. I don't know why, but I just don't think that she should be the one to hand Ash the defeat after all this time. I also just don't want Gengar to lose another battle since he hasn't won a battle since Viscas. That being said, I will predict and truly hope that this battle ends in a draw. Ash winning here just inches him closer to the Master Class without having suffered any losses recently, and it just doesn't sit right with me. Now here's a spoiler for Journey's episode 100, so if you want to click away, here's your 1-second warning. We know that episode 100 will finally be the Ash and Leon episode, so it could mean that Ash has lost and will train with Leon for a bit, maybe have an unofficial battle, who really knows. All I'll say is that with Leon appearing in this episode and us finally reaching triple digits of Pokemon journeys, and it being Pokemon's 25th anniversary, expect some major Pokemon stuff to happen soon. So yeah, that's my review for Pokemon Journeys episode 98, as well as my predictions for episode 99. If you guys enjoyed it, I highly urge you to hit the like button and subscribe. I make episode reviews every week just a few hours after the episode airs, so if you enjoy these reviews right after the episode, you know where to come. Today's comment of the day is, now that we know Marnie is coming to the Pokemon Journeys anime, who would you rather see next, Hop or Bede? For me, the obvious answer is Hop because I absolutely love his character in the Sword and Shield games, and it'd be nice to see the dynamic he has with his brother. But I'd love to know who you would rather see. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I truly appreciate you. And as always, it's been your boy Luap, and I'm out. Peace.